if you're Milwaukee, Travis. All right, men's 60. Men's 60. Here we go. You have a lot of big names in here, headlined by 2019 world champion in the 100 and world record holder in the 60, Christian Coleman. 634 is his personal best. As we mentioned earlier, he owns the men's 60. His first major race since his suspension that kept him out of the Olympics, and it's going to be a tough one. He's got Trayvon Bromell in there, Ronnie Baker, Marvin Bracey, Noah Lyles. I think Coleman is going to come into this race ready to roll. Don't think he's jumped into this field just as a rust buster. I think he's been waiting anxiously to get back out on the track and run something quick. We saw him do the 300 and the 4x4 just to get his feet wet in that low key meet in Kentucky. And I think he's going to pick up close to where he left off before, because this is Christian Coleman's wheelhouse event. 60 and 100 are what he does, and he's obviously a phenomenal starter. What do you expect to see from him, both time and place wise?
I expect at least top 3. I'm not expecting a win because, again, when you take a year and a half off, 2 years off, like, so many different things can go. Like, you're not used to, like, the routine of, like, starting, right? And the routine of being in these big type meets. You kind of, a little bit, you may feel like, oh, I've been doing this my entire career. This is like,
Mhm.
like riding a bike. But, if you don't ride a bike for like 3 or 4 years, you may still remember how to ride a bike, but that first 2 pedals, you're a little wobbly. You're like, oh, okay, this is a bike, right? So I feel like him getting into the blocks and getting ready to set, getting ready to go, I feel like those first like few steps out of the blocks are gonna be a little wobbly for him. And I think he's gonna be like, oh yeah, now I remember. And in a 60, it's kind of hard to make up for any
Mhm.
millisecond of a not being completely on. So that's why I
Yeah.
think there's a chance he could fall to like a second or third. But he's going to finish top 3. He's going to run a respectable time. I bet you this time is won in around 6'4" something. I would say six
Yeah.
four high. I think is going to be the winning mark. We see college kids doing it, so that's why I kind of like. All right, they're not going to run 6'5". They should run at least run like 6:49, six
Yeah.
forty eight for the win. And yeah, I think the top challengers are obviously who we think they are, and Baker, Bromell, um, and Marvin Bracey.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm kind of I'm
Meet record 644.
optimistic.
Meet record 644. I think if he loses, it's going to be because just this field is so good. I think he's going to be
Yeah,
ready. Like you look at that 2020 season, which I think the results are scratched out, so they're hard to find. But that 2020 season, he didn't need much to get going. And everybody's basically getting going this weekend. It's not as if all these other guys he's going against have been running 60s for a month straight. But I think the level of competition and the fact that he's wanted to get back out there for so long, I think we're going to see a 6'4" mid. I think that meet record is in jeopardy. I say 6'4", 5, 6. I think they might actually hit 6'4" 4 on the dot if I had